Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another weekly update on our beginner paper portfolio. For those of you who are new to the series, this paper portfolio was created on April 1st of 2026, and the goal wasn't to create the perfect portfolio or to beat the market. The goal was to create a learning environment where we could practice investing principles, position sizing, diversification, and most importantly, investor behavior. So let's take a look at where we stand today. Move this over here for 1 second. Right now, the portfolio value is sitting at around $9,319.30, which puts us at approximately a gain of $1,320.59, or at about 17.6% since inception. Looking through the individual positions, AMD continues to be our largest winner, up over 110%. VTI remains a strong core holding and is up nearly 11%. SoFi Technologies is up over 8%. Celsius H, let's see what we got with them. Celsius H is up 8%, and SCHD is up 4%, 4.41%. ELF, ELF on a shelf is what they call it. ELF is positive, it's up 22%. Meta is currently our only position that is underwater. And honestly, this week, that's the lesson I want to talk about. The hardest part of investing is often doing nothing. When I look at this portfolio today, I'm not particularly motivated to buy anything, sell anything, or make any dramatic changes. And for a new investor, that can actually feel uncomfortable. We often think that successful investing means we're constantly researching, trading, adjusting, or optimizing. But one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the last few months is that sometimes the most productive thing you can do is simply check in, review your thesis, and then leave everything alone. So when I do these weekly reviews, I ask myself a few questions. Question one: has my reason for owning this investment changed? If the answer is no, then I probably don't need to do anything. Question two: is my portfolio still diversified? Looking at this account, I have exposure to broad market indexing through VTI, dividend investing through SCHD, technology through AMD and Meta, financials through SoFi, consumer products through Celsius H, and consumer discretionary through ELF. So diversification still looks reasonable. Question three: am I feeling an emotional urge to act? Sometimes when a stock goes up a lot, we feel like we should sell. Sometimes when a stock goes down, we feel like we should panic. And sometimes, honestly, we're just bored and feel like we need to do something because we're looking at the account. But investing isn't about staying busy, it's about making good decisions. 3 months later, what have we learned? I think the biggest lesson from this paper portfolio so far is that time in the market really does matter. When we started this account back in April, we didn't know exactly what would happen with any of these positions. But by giving them time, several of them have worked out very well, and the portfolio as a whole has performed nicely. That doesn't mean it will always go up, it won't. But what it does reinforce is that having a plan and sticking to it is often more important than trying to predict every market move. My plan for this week: so for this week's update, I'm not making any changes. I'm not buying, no selling, no chasing, no panic. I simply documenting the portfolio, reviewing the positions, and allowing the investments time to work. And honestly, I think that's one of the most valuable lessons a new investor can learn. Thanks for following along with this journey, and I will see you next week for another paper portfolio update. Bye.